Vertical Aerospace. Are we in the end game? One thing is certain, I'm here to tell you more. Hey up everyone, welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor Channel. I'm Vaz. Do you know what time it is? It's time to start talking EVTOLs. Vertical Aerospace. When was the last time you saw an article or a video about vertical aerospace? They don't get fair coverage on the internet, namely on YouTube. I think the only channel following vertical aerospace is Vertical Aerospace. Well, I'm here to slightly change it. Not that it's my favorite eVTOL manufacturer and favorite eVTOL company, but I think they have great potential if they play things right. Also, it's within the arm's reach from me in the UK. They are based in UK, Bristol, and their testing ground is in Cotswold. It's a fairly long arm, about 200 miles, but it's still within travel distance from me. And also I think their design is probably the most appealing out of all eVTOL manufacturers. So let's get on with that, shall we? Vertical Aerospace currently closed their public offering, raising $90 million on the books. Here are the details of the filings. You can find all filings on their investor relation website section. Let's have a look at the actual offering. Let's break it down. So, excuse me, we have offering of 15 million shares at the price of $6 per unit, raising additional $90 million on the balance sheet. What caused it, or what are the takeaways? Definitely dilution of current positions, whether it's retail or institutional investor, caused that the stock price has steeply declined. If you look back a few weeks, the price was touching $15. Now we are down to the region of $5 and $4. I'm not trying to get ahead or being negative, but looking at the price development in past couple of weeks and taking in account potential macroeconomic conditions and current investor sentiment, something to bear in the back of your head as an investor is the stock price touching $1. And if the stock price touches $1, we all know what's hanging in the wind: sub $1, and then non-compliance with the New York Stock Exchange rules and potential reverse stock split. Another one. They've already done one last year. Hopefully we won't need to go through another one. Also, negative sentiment, which is showing the Vertical Aerospace doesn't have very strong financial position on the market. Obviously needed money to carry on their operations for longer time. What is positive, they raised more funds than they planned. They originally planned to raise $75 million. They ended up with $90 million. So this is giving us stronger financial position. Whether we can run our operations for longer time or whether we can accelerate our operational progress, that's down to the management. But this is certainly positive news. We have finished the raising of additional cash, and with the recent Murdoch Capital investment of £50 million, we are looking at enough cash to carry us through another 6 to 8 quarters. This is as of early Feb 2025. There's a lot of things that can change along the way, maybe sooner or later. Don't quote me on this. This is just the fact that we have enough cash to get us through next 1.5, maybe 2 years. And then we have gained new and existing institutional investor backup, namely Murdy Capital and Saba Capital Management. So what is EVTOL's current position for me as an investor? VAS EVTOL Manufacturer Index. I've named it after myself because I've developed this and I've been working on this for a while. For one reason, if you look at aircraft manufacturing industry or car manufacturing industry, they are established and developed markets, whilst EVTOL is a new, emerging, developing market, and you can't assess, you can't compare, you have no gauge, no indicator to compare two companies. If you look at aircraft manufacturing industry, take Boeing, Airbus, Lockheed Martin, they are the god tier, they are on top of everything. And then we can tear down all the way down to the local manufacturers and startups. Same as car manufacturer industry, you can establish where Ford is, you can establish where Mazda stands, where Honda is. You would be able to establish where Fisker is because you have a scale, you have some comparison. You don't have this on EVTOL market. That's why I've developed something that I think can give us clear indication in four different sections. One is R&D, research and development progress. Another one is production capability, certification progress, and market engagement. So every single one of these indicators has a value you can compare to the other manufacturer. We'll talk about this later. I will break this down later to you. This is just for the purpose of the quick insight into vertical aerospace. So R&D progress, each indicator gauges from 1 to 10. The scale goes from 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the god tier. So we are currently with R&D at 6 out of 10, testing and validation. We have advanced design, we have developed advanced design of the vehicle. We are now currently carrying out successful piloted flights. We are going through thorough testing and we are targeting to meet certification requirements. In terms of production capability, we are at 5 out of 10, currently achieving small batch production. If EVTOL were to start their production as of now, they will be probably able to manufacture half a dozen vehicles a year. We have successfully manufactured advanced prototype, currently planning and developing their production infrastructure to scale it up. Flight path 2030 business plan or strategy underway. I will talk about this later, not in this video. But their target is by 2030 they should be on the way to manufacture up to 200 vehicles a year. Manufacture capability is currently the biggest hurdle, as you can see in this breakdown. Positive is tier 2 market significant engagement. So if you look at the EVTOL manufacturer as a tier 1 market, tier 2 is are their suppliers and their partners in research and development. They have very strong engagement with GKN Aerospace, Honeywell and Leonardo. All of these companies are airspace and defense. Leonardo last few weeks reaching their all-time highs as well. In terms of certification, we are 6 out of 10. Advanced certification testing. Vertical Aerospace successfully finished phase 1 of piloted testing, which was a series of tethered flights. Now we are coming into the phase 2, which will give us more information and data and more base to proceed with the actual certification. Vertical Aerospace are engaging or have been engaged with CAA, which is the British Aerospace, EASA, which is the European Aerospace, and JCAB, Japanese Aerospace. In terms of market engagement, we are looking at 7 out of 10. We are at pre-commercial market engagement. We have significant order book of more than 1,400 vehicles. However, this is not committing order book, and there have been no contracts materializing from the order book yet, or orders. So if we see some more delays in their progress, it could potentially put off some of the clients or customers. The biggest customers are American Airlines, Virgin Atlantic, and Avalon. Vertical Aerospace have also been building up strong partnership with their suppliers, as I already mentioned. GKN Aerospace, Honeywell, and Leonardo. In December 24, £50 million funding from Merdy Capital. That's split in tranches. That's not all in one go. And in January 25, additional $90 million dollars raised through upsized public offering. So this is the EVTOL manufacturer index. That's the breakdown you can see on the screen. I'm blocking it with my face. We'll be looking into this later. I'll give you some comparison between various companies. Remember this. This will be very valuable indicator for you as an investor. What are the current positives? Well, we have strong aircraft testing progress, currently leading into or started phase 2 of their piloted flights. We have reasonable order book, which is not committing, however. We have been building a strong partnership in secondary market, which are the suppliers GKN, Honeywell, and Leonardo. We have Flypath 2030 business strategy underway, and it's our target. I will come back to this in one of next videos, definitely, because it's an interesting topic for you as an investor. We have fairly experienced board of directors. What I found, Vertical Aerospace have been advertising multiple roles, or they've been hiring for multiple roles, whether it's research and development, whether it's the actual manufacture, whether it's maintenance, whether it's the office, HR. This, to me, as an investor, is a very good indicator, because they are on the target and they are looking to scale up their production, or they are trying to lead into their production phase. We have enough cash to operate for another 6 to 8 quarters. Again, disclaimer, as of early Feb 2025. And with the extra $15 million in the upscaled offerings, we have additional cash to accelerate operations and our production means, which is a very positive sign to me as an investor. Negatives. We have no engagement in tier 0 market. So if you look at the eVTOL manufacturer is tier 1, tier 2 is their suppliers and partners. We have tier 0, which is the parent companies and their production partners. If you remember my previous Archer video, I talked about Stellantis. That is a massive backup. Not only financial, but the experience, the production means, the setup, everything all of this we are missing on Vertical Aerospace at this point. I'm not saying it can't change. We have no large-scale production backup. That's basically what I explained now. The current capability is probably estimated half a dozen of vehicles a year if they started manufacturing their vehicles. Fairly strong dependency on their supply chain, which are their partners already mentioned, or the most significant ones. Vertical Aerospace cannot be self-sufficient as Joby or Archer are at this point. We have limited production capability, hopefully looking to upscale this in this year and early next year, or at least starting to upscaling. We have uncertain financial position beyond 2026. As I already mentioned, we raised enough funds to carry us through next possibly 6 to 8 quarters. After that, or the closer we get to this point, we will be looking at raising more funds. Whether it's investors, whether it's partnership or another offering, we don't know. Strong sentiment swings between investors. As you can see now, as I already mentioned, the price has been very volatile. A few weeks ago we were touching $15. Before that we were down to $7. Before that we were up to $14. It's just a roller coaster, massive roller coaster. I wouldn't be trading this stock even myself. It's so unpredictable. Potential certification obstacles and delays could set the sentiment and could set the actual position of Vertical Aerospace back as well. And one little interesting thing, they have been testing and still using lithium-ion batteries. Long term, not sure whether it's the right way to go when you have other companies testing solid-state batteries and other ways how to power their aircrafts. What are the 2025 outlooks for you as an investor? We will be testing or carrying out the full-scale wingboard transition flights. That means the aircraft will go up vertically, transition into horizontal flight, carry out the flight, and the same for landing. It's fairly difficult. It's fairly difficult to, in terms of the rotors. The rotors when you take off, the rotors go up, are oriented upwards, and then when you transition into the horizontal flight, they have to, at some point, they have to move forward or tilt forward so you can propel the aircraft forward, and it's fairly difficult to carry it out in a safe and coordinated manner. We have full-scale piloted flights for 2025, trying to get as close to a real-life operation and use as we can. They are looking to build their third full-scale prototype, which can hopefully accelerate their certification efforts and give us more data from the testing. And then with the additional funding and extra probably $15 million through the upscaling of their offering, they are looking to strengthen their operational model and shift focus on its execution. So these are the insights. You can take a screenshot if you want, or you can come back to the video again. Here is the VAZ EVTL Manufacturer Index. Right, me being me and having made only a few YouTube videos so far, I forgot to give you. I sent the video for upload, and I just realized I missed the main part. I missed the main part. So I'm here with a little edit with the conclusion and my own opinion. Are we in the end game? Well, I don't think so. Definitely not at this point, and probably definitely not in 2025. I can see a bullish scenario where the sentiment, the investor sentiment will start going up. We have already hit the bottom at these levels around high $4. The price will slowly start creeping up, or we potentially in a bullish scenario will see the price going lower and lower and lower, as well as being affected not only by the investor sentiment but the macro conditions. What is my position? I've got a fairly small position in Vertical Aerospace. I did have bigger position before and around the reverse stock split they carried out last year. Currently, I am holding. I'm staying put and watching what the price is gonna do, whether it starts going up or whether it keeps going down, and then I will gauge my decisions, seeing the further development of the investor sentiment in next few weeks, maybe months. Definitely, I'm looking out for their financial reporting, and that which could contain fairly positive and bullish news. And I'm definitely looking out for good news, because historically in past couple of years Vertical Aerospace tends to spike up fairly sharply based on good news. It stays there for a little short while, and then it starts slowly cooling off, but we usually don't get back to the previous levels, so we stay slightly higher. So I'll be looking out for some good news, and that'll probably be deciding that will probably be affecting my decisions and my strategies going forward. Again, it's not my financial advice, it's only my opinion, my own opinion, it's my strategy. You do your own due diligence, you make your own decisions over your own money. I was firstly, and secondly, I am very grateful for your support on the previous video, or the mini series on Archer Fundamental Insights. Both videos have combined, they are now touching 900 views, which it's mind-blowing to me. My first video having such a success. A lot of likes. Actually, one super thanks. I don't want to say anything, but Martyn, how many of your videos do get super thanks? Just saying. Now, thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and let's go back to the original video. As I said, they don't get very good coverage through media. Hopefully, I will be bringing you more information. I've got something. I may have something up my sleeve. I will show you in next few weeks. So keep looking out. If you like this content, and if you like my show, please hit the like button. Definitely let us know in comments. I saw on the first video on the Archer Fundamental Insights, I saw quite a few comments giving us suggestions and asking questions. To me, I sort of live and breathe EVTOLs every day, and I know that things that are basic to me, you might not understand them, or you might not have knowledge of them, like safety, the actual operations. What is an EVTOL? This is all elementary info to me, but I would like you to ask me the questions, and I will answer them, and it will also help me to target my content more to you as my audience. So I will leave the video here. Hope you liked it. You will see me again. Take care of yourselves and each other.